Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tickle Your Bone weekly comedy festival here at Bridget's Last Laugh. We're doing a commentary show / poetry reading / serious dramatic read with the young prospect who's going to do some acting work for you guys later. That makes sense to no one. Please put your hands together for your host and MC, Mr. Buddy Rubbish. Hi, good evening. Welcome to the show. My name's Sean. Wonderful. Thank you very much for being here. Buddy Rubbish was the guy that was the first MC at the first show I ever did when I was like 16. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that round of applause. It makes me feel wonderful. That was so mid, no cap. Hashtag real talk, you're lame. Bro, what the fuck? You know who's here tonight? Nathaniel's here tonight, folks. We'll call him the young prospect. It's his first time. We got a first timer on the show tonight, folks. And you know, here at this weekly comedy festival, every show we murder one comic. So someone's going to get killed tonight. Maybe the newcomer. Hey, won't that be funny? What a weird twist of fate. I'm just kidding. Murdered by the dumpster. Welcome to the show. My name's Sean McCarthy. I'm your host and MC. We do this every single week at Tuesday at 7:30. And we are live streaming right now on MySpace and YouTube and AOL Messenger. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Thanks. Veal tacos. Yeah, so we're live streaming right now. So later you can watch the great success of your young friend on the YouTube. Go to Tickle Your Bone Comedy on YouTube, and you can look us up, or TickleYourBone.com. That's our website, and you can subscribe and watch all the videos. There's tons of content, and we're getting a bunch of subscribers, and we're going to be able to make money off it and buy at least an 8-ball for all the comics. So that's our goal in 2024. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors for... There you go. Oh, there, we're back. Living space. I have to say that 100 times. And trails. I have to say that too. Yes, but seriously, if you're going to get a bagel in Phoenix, I will say this. Go to Bagel Fields. It's at 29th and Thomas. We love them. They're amazing. Trails. Living spaces. Come on in, folks. Grab a chair. There's a few tables open somewhere. I'm not sure where. There's a seat somewhere. Right up front. Right up front. I'd like to give a big shout out to you guys, Vape. One of our sponsors is Sunny Slope Stevie Ray Vapes out of Sunny Slope, right on 7th and Hatcher. This one is fentanyl with pine sulfur terps and CBDs, and this one's got medical meth. So if you guys want to get lit, 2 hits for everybody as long as you ain't got COVID or herpes. They're $5 a piece. You get them in the garage. It's an illegal dispensary. What's going on, kids? No one's doing jokes. We're just all getting high. You got any blow? What's going on? Yeah, bro. You know what I accidentally did tonight? I was going to microdose. I macrodosed. You ever do that shit? It's fucking tragic. I also have a DMT vape pen at home. I accidentally hit that the other day. I'll just have a quick vape, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, God's talking to me right now, and there's little people everywhere. All right. This young man's here. It's his first time. Nathaniel. We'll just call him Nate right now. He's never done stand-up before. He told me that he hung out with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy said he's going to be famous, and so I don't know what he did to P. Diddy, but he instantly got a spot on tonight's show, so. Just kidding, it's so stupid. So dumb. Oh, you know what? I gotta tell the bartender, make sure she keeps that down. By the way, my dog is with me tonight, Waylon. He's in the back. He's a little Chihuahua dachshund, little Chiweenie. He's a ruckus, almost 9 pounds right now. I take him with me everywhere. I got him from Almost Their Rescue, and they have Almost Their Rescue alumni group on Facebook. So this week I was able to, he's only 9 months old, but me and his 3 sisters and the parents and his real mom, we all got together. It was the cutest thing. It was like they hadn't seen each other since they were all adopted, and we had them all, like, as soon as they all came in the same room, they all looked at each other, they ran over, they smelled each other, they were like, oh shit, we're sisters and brothers. It was the fucking cutest thing. They all like spazzed the fuck out. And then So his mom is a dachshund, which is fucking adorable. And I found out that the woman that has his mom, she says that the dad. Okay, so the mom is a dachshund. She's like maybe 14 pounds. The dad is a 6-pound Chihuahua. Little applehead Chihuahua jumped up on that fucking dachshund like, I gotta hit this shit. I had a fake backstory. Like, I didn't know the real backstory till this weekend, but I was telling everybody that his mom was a Chihuahua from Sinaloa, and she got knocked up in Puerto Penasco, which is Rocky Point, by a dachshund from Scottsdale who left her. But technically, I found out that she's the dachshund, and the dad was the Chihuahua. So, yeah, that's Waylon. It's so cute because they have, they name all the little litters. Like, he's the motorcycle litter, so there was Yamaha, Ducati, Vespa, Suzuki, and Harley. And but they name all, but there was one, the new edition litter. It was like 4 boys. It was Ricky, Ronnie, Bobby, and Mike. It was the fucking most awesome fucking. They have like, they'll be like, it's the Ohio puppies. They'll be like Cleveland, Canton. It's so fucking cute. So anyway, yeah, Almost a Rescue. You should check him out. But yeah, so Waylon's here. He's in the back. He's chilling. I'll bring him on later. I think he's sleeping right now. He's adorable. Anyway, all right, there you go. There's my dog. I took him to Hollywood. Because I told a Hollywood producer that he could talk. And he was like, really? I go, yeah, my dog can talk. Ask him any questions. And the producer's like, who's the greatest baseball player ever? And Waylon's like, Ruth. And then he goes, what do you put on a house? And he goes, roof. And he goes, get out of here. And then we left, and Waylon's like, should I have said DiMaggio? I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Please, try the veal. Come on in, Dan. How are you, buddy? Sierra's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Johnson, Sierra just walked in. I have to start all over. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is Sean. I got to tell him to turn that music down. We're killing the game. We're fine. Who else just walked in? Oh, and Eric Subcheck's in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Subcheck, Sierra Miranda, and Dan Johnson are in the room tonight. They're not on the show, but they're just here to hang out. Some very notable folks. Hey, Pablo, back on the ones and twos. Can you tell them to turn that down, please? Yeah, thank you. Somehow they all know that there's a comedy show going on, and they'll have no music on, and then just as the show starts and I'm talking, someone's like fucking high on meth, and they're like, I need to hear Whitesnake, like right now. It's always like the worst song, too. It's always some guy that's like drunk. He's like, I got to hear that song from the 90s. I was like, dude, calm down. There we go. Perfect. All right. Try the veal. 2 Jews walked into a bar and bought it. L'chaim. Dos judeos entraron una bar y con pollo. That's for my Mexicans. All right. Shit. I'm a Jew. How many Jews are in the audience? None. Fucking honkies. Yeah, I'm a Jew. I'm black turned inside out. I'm not white. White people smell like bologna. I smell like nice. CK1. Okay. Moving forward. Tacos, Jason. Jason, you're in the house tonight, right? Where are you, Williams? Is Jason Williams in here? Okay, cool. I just didn't see. I want to make sure you're all in your room. All right. Cool. So we have a wonderful show tonight. Also on the show tonight, too, I'd like to mention John Henry's on the show tonight, and he's the man that started this show back in like 2010. And he had it for like 10 years, and then COVID hit, and then right after COVID, he's like, I want to shut the show down. So we did one show 3 years ago in May, and I've been here ever since on Tuesdays. And I got to tell you, as much as I love this show, I can't fucking stand doing this anymore, and I want to quit right now. No, we've been doing this for 3 years now, and I'm not going to quit right now. I'm going to quit after the show. No, I'm going to be like every other Phoenix comic. I'm going to talk about how wonderful the comedy is. I love the scene here. And then 2 weeks later go, I need to take a step back. I'm having a mental health crisis. You can always tell who the newest comics in Phoenix are. They're on Facebook like, I got a podcast. I love everybody. These shows are great. I feel blessed for the opportunities. It's like post after post after post. And then 6 months in, they're like, I need to take a step back. It's toxic. It's so funny, too. I'll tell you what, too. I don't know if you've ever seen the show called Love on a Spectrum. You ever seen that show? It is the most beautiful show ever. Because you see what beautiful, like what pure love just at its core is like. Just two people not fucking hindered by outside forces, just looking at each other with pure love and just happy and in love. And yes, they have autism. And yes, when you look at that show, they're unique people with a specific skill set that they have. But they're so amazing and wonderful. And now I know a lot of people that talk about they have autism or they're on the spectrum. And I was like, I don't really know what that is, and I don't know what that is, and I don't get it, but I appreciate it, and I fucking feel for you if you've got something. And then you see this show, Love on a Spectrum, and you see what real autism is like, and you want to slap the dick out of every Phoenix comic who goes, yes, I have autism. You know what people Love on a Spectrum do? They love each other. You know what they never do? Want to tell dick jokes. Nobody with autism tells dick jokes. People go, oh, I'm on the spectrum. You know what that means? You're on the front lawn looking in a window of a house that really has autism, you dumb fuck. Get your shit together. You're just lazy. Then there's this show called fucking Couple to Thruple. You ever seen that one? Jesus Christ. My wife went from watching Love on a Spectrum, which is the most pure form of love ever. These two were singing fucking Disney songs to each other, eating an ice cream cone. She flips the channel, and 2 seconds later, it's like, hey, we're looking for a third person to work the shaft in the balls while I tongue his ass. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching? There was no redeeming value to the show. It was just people looking for a third person to, like, finger an ass or fuck an ass or do something to the other person's ass while the other person's fucking. That's another thing that cracks me up about fucking people today. They're all like, oh, fucking young kids there, like, I eat ass. I'm talking about eating ass. So many Phoenix comics go, I have autism and I eat ass. I'm like, I get it. But they also have fucking anxiety and autism. And I don't understand that correlation at all. It's like, I have anxiety, I can't go out and talk to people. But do you do stand-up? You're just nervous, you fucking piece of shit. And then this is great, too, because they don't know how to fucking talk to anybody, and they can't pick a chick up at a bar, but you're fucking on Tinder swiping left and right, but you have anxiety, but you can swipe left and right, and then when they show up, you just go right for eating ass? I have anxiety. I'd first think about, well, where's this ass been? No, we're right in the ass. Like you're all edgy ass eaters. You're so fucking decadent. Like no one's ever eaten ass before until this generation. You invented fucking, apparently. They forget that this young lady right here probably was the first person to seriously eat some ass. If not me. Because I've been to Diddy parties and I get freaky. No. So yeah, and you know, you should ease up too if you're going to be talking about eating ass and getting crazy, because you know what happens? Every generation gets worse. You think you're all fucking decadent, like, oh yeah, my generation, all we did was eat ass. 2 generations down the road, they're like, yeah, literally, I fucking put my whole foot in her ass. It was fucking fantastic. You don't foot? You guys aren't into footing? Oh, you just eat the ass? I get the whole foot right the fuck in there, dude. You gotta foot it, bro. Fucking the older parents. Who fucking eats ass? Losers. All right, that being said, who wants to fucking get some feet in the ass? Thank you. All right, we've wasted enough of your goddamn time. Seriously, this may be the last time I ever step on stage. I need to stand away from this. My podcast is being shut down this week. I'm stopping all my shows. We're stopping the comedy class here. We're not teaching comedy classes no more. We're shutting it all down. Not going to be misogynistic towards women anymore. Just kidding. We're the nicest show in town, though. Seriously, I will say that. We are the nicest. We have the best audiences. I'll say this. We have the best audiences, like the best fucking show. There's no cover. There's no minimum. You just come and have fun. You're not getting fooled. There's not a theme show. I'll tell you how I know theme shows don't work. I literally jokingly for 3 weeks called this the hot Latina, spicy Latina show. The worst views we've ever gotten on fucking line. I was like, why did the last 3 shows get like under 100 views? We've been getting like 500. And I went, I jokingly called it spicy Latinas. People were like, fuck those bitches. People are really like, women aren't funny. I'm like, if you watch it, it was all dudes. And it was all white guys. It was like no spicy Latinas. I just named the show that as an asshole. Oh, people. All right. Let's stop fucking around. All right, so we're going to bring on this first comic, and then we've got like 6 to follow. It's going to be fucking amazing. And they've worked on their craft, and they've practiced a lot more than I did today. I just wore this shirt. Sierra, what's up? How you doing? You want some of that? That's what a real comic looks like, Sierra. Sierra's going to lead Bree if I do that one more time. So fucking stupid. Did you post that video of that little kid singing Raiders songs? Was that you? I saw a video of a kid singing, like, Go Raiders. I thought it was you, and I was like, I have to send it to you, and then I never did it. I always see posts online that I think are funny. I'm like, oh, my wife would like that. And then I go, oh, wait, she posted it. I was like, I'm reading her post. I have no idea. I have, like, 2 friends on Facebook. My mom and my wife. And my alter ego. All right. Peter, let's get this going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we really have a wonderful lineup tonight, and you're going to have a wonderful time, and it's going to be amazing, and you're not going to want it to stop, but after an hour and a half, we have to get the fuck out of here because I have to get home my dog and bang my wife. So, without any further ado, please put your hands together for one of our favorite comics who's been here since we started back up 3 years ago, and literally one of the best comics in Phoenix, the wonderful, the amazing Mr. Peter Jordan.
Keep it going for Sean, your host. Keep it going for Sean. He's about ass play. Keep it going for Sean. Looks like a guy who smuggles in Beanie Babies from Eastern Europe. Yeah. Quick question. Are you guys really a couple? Yeah, okay, cool. I just assumed that. I assumed you were brother and sister. Doesn't mean you can't be a couple. I'm just saying. Ma'am, how are you? You're the first person to eat ass? Sick.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That was a joke.
Oh, shit. Fucking God, Mike.
Living spaces.
Talking all this shit about Sean, like I'm not as like the fattest I've ever been in my entire life. I realized I was fat through candid photography the other day. Same wedding, 2 different pictures by the cake station. Candid photography. First shot, I was sober. Second shot, not so much. Just tie gone, shirt unbuttoned, letting it rip at the cake station. I'm worried about tan lines. That's really what I'm worried about this summer. Not my body, just tan lines. I have like tan lines on my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look like stone cold exhausted. I look terrible. I go from like Latinx like to American History X, just with one accessory. I look like the spider baby from Toy Story with both eyes. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm a biracial dude. I'm Mexican and obviously white. That just means my skin color says privilege, but the last 4 of my social belong to someone else, is what that means. I'm in a mariachi band that only plays Maroon 5. That's what I'm trying to say. She said adios too many times before. Tan tan. My mom is the white. My mom is very white. She's from Maine, actually. So any whiter, she'd be Canadian. The wrong white. She's cottage cheese white. My mom's favorite hobbies are coffee, candles, and calling the cops. Those are my mom's favorite things to do. Sometimes on my dad. My dad's from Veracruz, Mexico, and that just means he's jungle Mexican. So he's like, jungle Mexican is different. Like, jungle Mexican just means all the other Mexicans don't trust him. That's really all that means. He was an interesting dude. Like, growing up, we'd cut our grass with a machete. That's just how we mowed our lawn, like this, like we're paving the way. I had my own machete. My dad gave it to me on my 8th birthday. It's the same one I was circumcised with. It hangs above my door till this day. Growing up, we'd mix shit, like dinner time. It'd be like frijoles, arroz, hamburger helper, meatloaf, baked beans. And my friends would come over and they get confused, like, I thought we were having beef tacos. I'm like, yeah, bro, beef stroganoff tacos, okay? Fucking bow your head, bro, say thank you. They mix religion, right? This is a split religion household. My mom is a Jehovah's Witness, and my dad worships cocaine and alcohol. So both of them forgot my birthday every year is what I'm trying to say. They gave me 30 milligrams of edibles before I came up here, so put that on them. I just found out Sunny D has a seltzer, an alcoholic seltzer. You guys know this? Sunny Delight. They call it. Have you had it? Damn, has anyone had it? They only call it Sunny D seltzer or something. Look good. But like they missed it. They could have called it like Hard D. You know what I'm saying? You know? You know what I'm saying? Yo, pull up to the party with some Hard D, dog. Yeah. 6 of the homies, bro. I know. That's like, dude, imagine everyone would know about it. Pause. Growing up, I was, like I said, my mom was a witness. My mom was pretty strict as far as religion. So like, I was one of those dudes that was like knocking on doors and shit in door-to-door ministry as a kid. And it's tough knocking on a kid's door you go to school with and also sat in like in-school suspension with. You know, it's a tough sell when you start talking about God. Like, I got suspended and found Jesus, bro. I started doing push-ups in ISS. I'm a changed man. My mom was a teacher too. Like, I went to the school she taught at, so like all her coworkers hated her. Like, honestly, I miss believing in God. I really do. It just made like coming so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made my orgasms harder. Masturbation was my punk rock growing up. You know what I'm saying? I rebelled. We used to go to conventions in the summer, right, where it was like 10,000, 20,000 Jehovah's Witnesses pulling up. And when you're 13, bricked up in your church pants, bro, like, that's the best thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of other sisters from other congregations. You don't know what life is until you've been jacked off over your church pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different beat. That's a whole different nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to call those Brazilians because you'd be sitting down and you'd bust under your nuts, and when you stand up, it'd rip your hairs out. That's gross. I'm very sorry. That's not even a joke. That's just a story. That's something that happened to me. Growing up, my family had a junkyard. My dad owned a junkyard, a wrecking yard. White people don't know what that is. White people never go to the junkyard. White people were the only ones that got customer service at the junkyard because, like, we wanted them gone. We're like, okay, you got to go. Let's get you out of here. What else you need? And anything else, get out. Bye. Growing up at the junkyard, I mean, it makes you weird. Like, for show and tell in 2nd grade, I rebuilt a carburetor in front of my class. I just got down, showed them what was up. I was the only kid in 5th grade with steel-toe boots, is what I'm trying to say. I was a god on kickball day. I'd fucking send it. It just really sucked because I would get dropped off at like kid shit, like sleepovers and birthday parties and other stuff like that after my shift at the junkyard. So I'd be in my coveralls in my dad's tow truck getting dropped off at a sleepover. I'm 12, and I thought it was normal to be like, light them up, put the lights on, let them know I'm here and shit. I'd be trying to play Halo, and the guy's dad would come get me. He's like, hey, you work at a junkyard, right? Come check out my car real quick. I was like, I'm off the clock, bro. He's like, no, come on. And at junkyard, we don't fix shit. You don't know how to fix stuff. You know how to take stuff apart. is what that is. He's like, what's wrong with it? I was like, I don't know what's wrong with it. I know what it weighs in scrap metal. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm so high. I'm just talking about my trauma. I'm just trauma dumping on you guys. I apologize. You want some more? Cool. Here it comes. I had tweaker cousins on both sides, Mexican and white. And that's just because I grew up in Arizona. Everyone here who grew up here has a tweaker cousin or friend. That's just part of the game. Yes or no? Is that crazy? Like, right? We all know. Whether it's Adderall every day in your fucking call center job or, you know, snorting it and then taking apart a shopping cart. There's a fucking spectrum to meth addiction. And it's cool because like on the Mexican side, my cousin would take, he's like, like, no, primo, smoke this shit. And I worked for like 26 hours. I was like, you said that like a week ago, Edgar. Go to bed, dog. You've been awake for a long time. But on my white side, cousin Amy, R.I.P. Chill out. It's my cousin. She stole from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she stole my Smash Mouth CD. I was pissed. Like, and my boombox. I was like, you stole from me, bitch? I gave you $2. What the fuck? When you have a tweaker cousin, like, you learn a lot about yourself. Like, how to like stay cool while she scores meth. Like, that's a that's a crash course in composure. That is but she was crazy. Like, she cooked Thanksgiving dinner one time, meth out of her mind, and then didn't let us eat because it'd fuck up the plates. She's like, no, that's too nice. Don't fuck it up. She could, or let's order a pizza. I'm like, all right. All right. She's washing the chicken for 3 hours. I was like, or the turkey. I was like, all right. She taught me my biggest lesson, though, when she died, right? Because she did die. And like Mexicans, when someone dies, you have to go see the body. Like, you have to go see it with your own eyes. I don't know if that's normal or just my family, but I've seen like 57 dead bodies in my life, okay? It's just what happens. You go to like open casket funerals, like wakes, 24-hour wakes where you're waiting for the person to wake up. That's what my mom said. So I walk in, and she's dead in the hospital. Very dead, vacant, gone. And she's like 5'5", blonde, but she has cornrows in her hair. First thing I was like, this bitch got cornrows. God damn it. I go, nobody can take these out? Nobody knows how to take these out? That's the real reason why people shouldn't get cornrows, by the way. You can die with them bitches in your hair. You can die. And people think you're a racist. You think you're cute in Rocky Point, getting your hair braided. You come back, tragic car accident, dead a racist. That's what happens. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you all. You have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Jordan. Last four of his social may not be legit. Peter Jordan. Okay, moving right along here. This next young man, I mentioned him earlier. He took the light rail all the way out from Brooklyn. He was here about a year and a half ago, and he's like, hey, I'm going to be back in town. And we said, sure, come on through. He's, I think, originally from Scottsdale, so he's a Scottsdalian that now lives in Brooklyn, or as we say, Crooklyn. Please put your hands together for the very funny, and we're thrilled that he's back, even just for one night, Mr. Jack Barth.
Hey guys, how's it going? So, I am from here, and I live in Brooklyn now. New York's tough. New York's a tough place. Yeah, I agree. Whatever you said. New York's pretty tough. On Halloween, I was dressed as Batman, and I went and I hopped the turnstile to get on the subway, and this little kid looked at me and he went, "Hey, Batman doesn't hop the turnstile." And I had to look at this kid and be like, Batman's kind of broke right now, all right? It's Batman. Batman actually had to sell the Batmobile. Batman now takes the A train. Alfred, where's my Metro card? I'm a teacher in Brooklyn now. I teach middle school. And before I started, my friends were like, aren't you afraid that the kids are going to be mean to you? And I haven't really found that the kids are mean to me. You know, I found that they're pretty nice. Like the other day, this kid called me a Jimmy Neutron looking ass. So I'm like, oh, he's calling me smart. You know, it's probably not my giant forehead. Right, guys? Okay. Just get pissed off for no reason. They do roast like my outfit and like what I look like a lot. So I put a lot of thought into what I wear before I go to school, which is weird because the only other time I put thought into what I wear is like before a date. So it's kind of weird. Like I'll be getting ready for school in the morning and I'm like, why am I shaving my pubes right now? Oh, okay. You're not going to roast my bush today, Jeremy, all right? My bush is mad roastable, all right. I feel like I'm entertaining half of you. And it's not the same half for every joke. The kids, they try to get out of like doing work a lot because it's middle school, you know. They come up with different excuses. Like I told this kid to do a problem, and he was like, "Man, white people always be making me do shit." And I was like, "I'm the only white guy you know, and I'm your teacher, so that's my kind of my job, you know. If we were outside of school, I'd be on your side, but in this classroom, the white man wants you to achieve your full potential. I want you to succeed." The school I teach at, it is an all-black school, or at least it was till I started working there, and it sounds cliche, but I'm learning a lot as a white guy. Like I learned that the kids aren't allowed to say the N-word. I knew I wasn't allowed to say it. They told me that when I got the job. They're like, "You're doing algebra, don't say it." I'm like, "All right." "Yes, principal." But yeah, they're not allowed to say it because because for them it's just like another swear word. For me, it'd be much worse, you know. Like this black kid said it in front of me, and I almost went, "Nah, dude, you're good. You're black." Yeah. But they're not allowed to say. So now part of my job is I have to tell black kids that they're not allowed to say the N-word. This is a real problem I have every day that I am telling you guys about. I don't know how to do that. You know, I'd let them say it, dude. I don't know how to fuck to do that. What am I gonna do? Be like, "Hey, don't say that word." They'll be like, "What word?" "Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I'll give you an A if you don't say it. I'll trade you an N for an A. I'll give you one letter for another. I don't know." Yeah, this one, the one white kid came up to me the other day, and he was like, "Hey, he called me the N-word," pointing to this black kid. "He called me the N-word." And I almost went, "Oh, that's awesome." I've been trying to get him to do that for weeks. You're so cool. Yep, learning a lot. Trying to be a better guy. I'm on Duolingo. Anyone on Duolingo? No. All right. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to quit tomorrow. But I'm learning Arabic. I don't know why. I saw the eclipse, and I was like, I got to learn Arabic. I don't know. Does anyone else relate? I don't know why that was in my heart, but it was like everyone else is looking at the eclipse like, "Wow, it's so pretty," and I'm like, "Allah is so beautiful." Okay, yeah, that one was weird, but I don't know. It's in my brain, so you guys needed to hear it. But I'm on Duolingo, and Arabic is really hard to learn. They don't even start you on words; they start you on sounds. They're like, "Do buh," and you're like, "All right." Buh, and it's like, and you're like, fuck. How? I can't even do but, you know? Just like on the bus shouting buh at my phone. Then next to me, this baby throws up on himself, like, "Blah," and then the Duolingo goes, "Ding!" Like, this baby knows more Arabic. Then I looked over, he was on Duolingo too. Can you believe it? He's on level 87 of Arabic. I guess I'll just go back to Spanish for the 17th time. So I'll do that. I went on a date a year ago. I do that every couple years. I go on a date. I do that on a date. We saw a movie in 5D. Does anyone here knows what a 5D movie is? Exactly. So it's like, I thought movies only went up to 3D. They've added 2Ds. And I'm a math guy, right? So I like math. So the fifth dimension in math is like a spatial dimension that's perpendicular to the fourth dimension, time, as we all know, class. The fifth dimension in a movie theater means your seat shakes. So we're watching the new Thor movie, in 5D, right? A Marvel movie with Thor. And basically you're on your seat, right? Basically, whatever happens to Thor happens to you, right? So Thor gets punched, you go like that, you know? Thor goes to punch someone, then you go like that. So I'm leaning over to this girl trying to kiss her, and we're just ramming teeth together, you know, I'm just sitting there in the movie theater God, I hope at some point in this movie Thor gets a hand job or something. Captain America's like, "God, how does this help us defeat Thanos? Why do we to do this?" But yeah. I think the way that guys talk about women sometimes is a little weird. I was in the bathroom at a bar once, and this guy said to his friend, he was like, "Bro, this place is crawling with pussy." crawling? Like it's an insect with little legs? You see, like, there it went! I saw the pussy go into the wall. Some guy goes into a bar. He's like, this place is infested with pussy. We're going to need to call an exterminator. They're going to have to fumigate a couple times. Got to spray everywhere. Yeah, it was right. I feel like people, like young guys these days, are taking erectile dysfunction medication. Have we seen this? Have we heard about this? Have we gotten hard to this? Like, it's weird. I don't know what it, but like there's all these commercials, you know, for young people to take dick pills now, and I don't know what it is. Like dick pill commercials used to only be for old people, you know? Like you would see a dick pill commercial and it'd be like like an old couple on a farm at sunset. And it was like, do you want one last erection before the dementia kicks in? Get Cialis. Like, that was a dick pill commercial. Now they're, like, intense. They're like, do you want a boner for the rest of your life? Yeah. Are you prepared to die hard? You know? It's fucking weird. Do you want all the blood for your brain to go to your dick? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Gonna be so hard you have a stroke? No, I don't want that. That's weird. Yeah, I think it's because, like, young people, they just like start watching porn super young. Like, I started watching porn super young, and I think that fucked me up, you know? I watched a gangbang before I did missionary. Let that soak in for a second. That's not the way that's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to see that in that order, you know? I was bored by the time I got to missionary. I was having missionary for the first time, and I was like, when are all the other guys going to get here? The hell? I'm like, I'm supposed to say hard with only one cock in this room? That doesn't make any sense. She's like, why are you looking out the window? I'm like, for the bang bus to get here. For backup. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to New York. Goodbye. Give it up for Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Barth. Let's hear for that hot shit right there. I believe Jack's parents are here, and that's super sweet. Let's hear it for them. Let's hear for someone's parents showing up to watch them do stand-up like my dad doesn't because he's dead, that selfish son of a bitch. So stupid. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to point out that Sierra Miranda is one of the funniest people in the entire world, and she's right there, and we love her dearly. Just give shout-outs. Bree's post about you and the Uber on the way home from the airport was fucking genius. I was dying. I'm just going to have a private conversation in the middle of the show, folks. I'm sorry. I'm that fucking into my own world right now. The dosage is fucking off. All right. Hey, this next young man, seriously, there's like a handful of comics on the show tonight that are like my favorites, and there's a handful that showed up just to watch the show. So it's like overwhelming to be in a room with some of my favorite comedians. Especially, I will say, on the way to the show tonight, I seriously was like, fuck, if I could just fucking stay home with Waylon and smoke weed and not go deal with this fucking shit tonight, I fucking would. You ever had one of those moods? That's how I was when I got here. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh my God, all my favorite comics are here tonight. So I cheered up like this much. But that's all I needed because my heart grew 10 sizes. 10 sizes. 10 sizes when I saw that this man was in the room. And he was the first one here. And he's always the first one here. And I love him dearly, and I've known him forever, and he's fucking brilliant. And again, just another one of my all-time favorites, Mr. Joe Gangemi.
Let's go, Bridgets. What's up? Yeah. Out here on a Tuesday at Bridget's, living the dream. It's like I always say, dreams are like grandparents. Mine are all dead. I'm gonna need my notes. I'm a little distracted. I'm a little feisty. I'm plugging the mic. I came here early tonight because I wanted to see the Suns game. Ugh, exactly. God damn it. So I take it there's some other Suns fans in the house with that gross noise. Yeah, that was rough. The only thing that was rougher than tonight's loss was, you guys hear about Mr. Orange? God damn it, dude. For anybody who doesn't know Mr. Orange, he's a guy that sits like fifth row at every Suns game, and he wears an orange wig and orange clothes, and he paints himself orange. It's kind of like a local mascot. Well, it turns out he's also a child predator. He's taking pictures of underage kids and selling them. Yeah. Can you imagine trying to use the fact that you're Mr. Orange to get underage kids to give you fucking pictures? Like, you probably don't recognize me right now, but in the orange face paint, you've seen me on commercials. How fucking disappointing. A buddy of mine called me and was like, did you hear about Mr. Orange? And told me the rundown. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking terrible. Did you hear about the gorilla? And he was like, no, what happened with the gorilla? And I was like, he was on Epstein's flight log. And my buddy was like, no way. Of course not, you fucking idiot. Is it gonna say the Phoenix Suns gorilla? He's just on the jet, posted up in the costume. He's on the island jerking off to 15-year-olds dunking off a trampoline. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's sad, though. It's fucked up. It makes you wonder, like, the smallest amount of celebrity and people just turn into fucking monsters. Like, what are these other local sports heroes doing? You know? Baxter's the baseline killer or some shit. Al McCoy was the guy shooting people on the freeway. He just posted up with a sniper rifle, like, Shazam. Right before they get in the tunnel, fucking at the buzzer. Let's go. The one that would hurt the most, I don't know if you guys saw this, but you guys know the lemonade, lemonade, just like grandma made? Yeah, that guy had a GoFundMe recently, and it was filled within like 2 hours because he's so beloved in the community. Dude, if you found out that guy was molesting kids, that would fucking suck so bad. He was just out, he does not that I know of. But if he did, he'd be out here touching kids like, milk, lemonade. Round the corner, fudge is made. Sorry. Anyways. I know. That's the only way I could get over tonight's loss is to just call the gorilla a pedophile. Anyways. What else is going on? I'm getting older. That sucks. I hate getting older. I've noticed it's changing my whole body. Like, as I get older, I'm starting to get resting bitch tits. That sucks. That's fucking terrible. I know getting older sucks because people don't like old things. Like the other day, me and my wife were driving, and she was like, oh my God, a puppy. And we pulled up close to the car, and she was like, oh, it's just a dog. The fuck? Still has a purpose. You gonna treat me like that? The fuck? No, she wouldn't do that, though. Actually, speaking of my wife, got some good news today. Me and my wife have been trying to get pregnant for a while. It was a little touch and go, so we decided to go IVF. And got a call from the doctor today. And no, she's not pregnant. But it's not my fault. And that's almost better. You know what I mean? Like, we get on the call with the doctor, and she's like, is it because he smokes? And the doctor's like, no, I don't think that looks like it's the issue. And she's like, he drinks too much, right? And he's like, no, I mean, people drink a lot and get kids all the time. And she's like, well, if it's not, what is it? And he's like, I don't know, stress, maybe chill the fuck out. And I was just like, oh my God, this is my fucking guy, dude. I was just in the background of the Zoom call like, let's fucking go. Dude, if I could go back in time, he'd be the best man at my wedding. That guy's a fucking shit. Shout out Dr. Amos on YouTube. My wife's so into having a kid that recently in bed she called me daddy. But I grew up without a dad, so I don't know what the like love and affection of a father is supposed to be like. So I just got confused. I was like, do you want me to leave? I'll go get cigarettes and never come back, bitch. Don't fucking try me. The fuck? No, I would never leave my wife though. She's the best. Yeah, she really is. She likes to fall asleep to white noise. So every night before bed, I put on old episodes of Friends. That was for you, buddy. What's up, homie? Got you. You know what I'm getting really tired of? Is everyone thinking they're smart when most people are actually fucking stupid? Like, everybody's got to feel like they're smart. I can admit I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Like, I tell people, like, oh, I'm well-read. I like to read the classics. That's not fucking... I just watched a lot of that show Wishbone growing up on PBS. So people are like, oh, let me tell you about the Prince and the Pauper. And I'm like, you mean the Prince and the Pauper? I know all about it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm up on all the classics. Joan of Arc. I know what's up. But yeah, people can't do that. People always got to think they're smart. When even like the smartest people in the world are actually kind of fucking dumb. Like I know Elon Musk has made some bad decisions recently. But you know when I knew Elon was dumb? When he got in a long-term relationship with a girl named Grimes. You think you're going to have a good relationship with some broad named Grimes, dude? That's a dumb guy move. Even Stephen Hawking was like the mind of a generation. That guy went to Epstein's Island. You're going to risk your whole career, your whole reputation to go to a sex trafficking island to watch? The fuck, dude? You can't even do anything. You can watch online. That is a dumb move. But yeah, people have a hard time admitting it. But I can. Even like as we're kids, we all believe dumb stuff. You know, we all thought the Easter Bunny was actually dropping off baskets and stuff. Like, we all believe dumb stuff. Anybody here believe something like really dumb as a kid that now as an adult, you're like, oh, that's dumb. Like what? You said yeah, Sierra.
My dad said graveyard shift meant that he was digging graves.
See? Yeah, you thought your dad was out here digging graves. You know what mine was? My cousins told me that Rhythm was actually a big Jamaican dude who snatched kids that were bad. And then they would sing Gloria Estefan's "The Rhythm Is Gonna Get You" at me as like a threat. Like, the rhythm is gonna get you. The rhythm is gonna get you tonight. Dun, dun, dun. And I just lay in my bed for hours like, oh God, no, please. As I thought some big dreadlock motherfucker was gonna kick open the door and be like, boo, me here for the boy. He been bad. God damn it. All right. I gotta get out of here. But before I do, as someone who's dumb, I feel like I should give you what I've seen most dumb people do and give you my opinion on Israel versus Palestine. But yeah, if I'm being, I don't have much of an opinion on Israel and Palestine. Like, I'm much too worried about being shot up at a Wendy's by a kid that didn't get hugged enough. Like, I don't have nothing to do with that, you know? But what I can say is it looks bad. Like, I don't think I'm visiting soon. It looks terrible, you know? There's soldiers in the street shooting kids. Those are kids that should be in school shooting each other. That's the American way. Come on. USA! 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 All right, thank you guys. You've been great. Have a good night.
Joe Gangemi, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph Gangemi. That nice young man right there. Let's hear it for your bartender. I was kidding. Where the hell is she? There's two people at the fucking bar. Listen to Whitesnake with her, son of a bitch. Bust your own tables. Fuck you. Thank you. I don't know who she. I don't know. She's some new chick, folks. I think we got her at the temporary bartender. Fucking. We found her on Craigslist. Said, "Can you make a fucking rum and coke?" She went, "Yes, I can." Hi, my name is Powie. I would pay with cash, or always ask her, say, hey, can you break this 20 and say, give me 3 5s and 2 10s? And she'll be like, okay. So let's hear it for Perry, who I think is crippled and something wrong with her. But we'll get through this. You will get a drink eventually. All right. Sometimes I get mad at the help because look at this. We have the best fucking show. We're packed back here. You'd think somebody would want to come back and sell some drinks. Perry, what are you doing? Nice blonde hair. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for our shitty bartender, but this fucking next son of a bitch will tell you that he's been here for 15 years doing shows, and they always have a shitty bartender. He says it's been painful fucking since day one. But that's all right. That's okay. We're not here for the drinks. We're here for jokes and the weed that we're going to smoke in the back after the show. Hey, this next guy started the show here like I swear to God, like 15 years ago or something. And he made the stage, he made the sign, and just created this whole room and made the whole vibe. So we can't thank him enough. And also, he's one of the funniest fucking people I know. I love him dearly. Another one of my great friends, Mr. John Henry.
I'm here for the drinks. All right, keep it going for Sean, everybody. Let's keep the energy up. Yes, how you doing? All those things. I have 2 daughters. They both work for the Arizona Humane Society, and I'm very proud of them. Both of them working at the Humane Society. Yes, here for the Humane Society. Yes, this is. One of them is here with her coworkers tonight, which is why I'm telling you this. And I because I'm so proud of them, I like to tell a lot of people that they work for the Humane Society, and it always ends up biting them in the ass because what I say is, oh, my kids work at the Humane Society. And what they hear is, oh, my kids own and operate every facet of the Humane Society. And I can answer every question about animals on their behalf all the time. I get a text Friday. Well, first of all, backstory. I have a coworker, friend of mine, who is literally on his deathbed. Like, he's an older guy. He's got cancer. He's gone through chemo, and it's not working. And it's a real fucking bummer. And another coworker went to visit him and texted me on Friday. Can you ask your daughters if they have any black male Pomeranians over the age of 4 that are housebroken? Look at him, I'm like reading this and I'm like, to keep? It's a very specific question for a man who's making funeral arrangements right now. And I'm not gonna bother my kids with this shit, right? Like I'm not going, I didn't tell her that, but no, I'm not gonna ask if they have any black male Pomeranians that are housebroken over the age of 3 for a man who's been given a week to live. I just went on the Humane Society website. It's very easy, and I looked it up, and I scrolled, and I texted her back, no, they do not. And they had 3, but I'm not giving one to him. But that's not what my kids do there. Like, that's not what, like, I have one daughter, like, works with the volunteers. She doesn't see the animals. The other daughter's, like, the fucking janitor or something. I don't know what she does. But everybody thinks that they just, like, know all the things. My 85-year-old aunt calls me last week and is like, can you give me Ava's number so I can ask her why my cat keeps attacking me? I don't know, Aunt Susie, what kind of cat do you have? It's a Chihuahua. Well, I think I can answer that question for you. You guys all work with Ava? You want to hear some stories about when she was a kid? Yeah. Yes. When she was in the 7th grade. I've been telling this story since she was in the 8th grade, by the way. When she was in the 7th grade, she tried out for the cheerleading team, cheerleading squad, whatever, which is bullshit, first of all. You shouldn't have to try out to be a cheerleader in 7th grade, right? If you want to be a cheerleader, let him be a cheerleader. It's 7th grade. But she had to try out, and it was a big problem in our house because she didn't make the team. And it wasn't a problem that she didn't make the team. I'm okay with like accepting defeat. You know, you take your losses and whatever. The problem was that her two best friends made the team and she didn't. And then they started like Xing her out of their group. And the problem was that her two friends made the team and she didn't for cheerleaders. The problem that I had were the two friends that made the team. One of them was very handicapped. And the other one was just so ugly she should have been handicapped. And my beautiful, perfect angel did not make the cheer. And I'm a big sports fan, by the way. Halftime, the score is 7-12. But I'm into it, whatever, you know. And the game's coming down the line, and I'm in the stands, and there's a foul, and it wasn't a foul. And I'm like, that's not a foul, what are you doing? And I'm up, and I'm screaming. And the other dad next to me, who's also rooting for the same team, is like, which one's your son? And I'm like, I'm just here to see the cheerleaders. And that was a hard one to explain. I had to tell him the whole story about the handicapped kid. By that time the game was over. When you tell people you do stand-up, it's a lot of the same problems as when I tell my kids that they work at the Humane Society. They immediately think I love stand-up. If you do it for long enough, you hate stand-up, first of all. You hate all the stand-up. You hate all the comics. You hate all the famous people, and you hate all the not famous people. The only people you like are the 6 people that you made friends with along the way, and everybody else can suck a dick. And when you tell people you do stand-up, everybody's got an idea for a joke. Everybody's got a suggestion. Everybody's got a comment to make all the fucking time. I never tell people I do stand-up anymore. This isn't even my real name. I don't want people to know. I hate it. I just can't stop doing it. And I'm golfing on Friday. And my asshole friend, who's 68 years old, goes, hey, there's the ball washer. You gonna make a joke about the ball washer, funny guy? Which is just like, it's just embarrassing, right? Like this is all the fucking time with this shit. And I'm like, first of all, dude, that's incredibly hacky. It's stupid. And no, absolutely not. And second of all, it's not a ball washer, it's a drink girl, and she demands our respect, all right? So, full circle, I did make a joke about the ball washer. Suck it, Jimbo! I'm a car guy. I've loved cars since I was 11, 10 years old, whatever. Sports cars. Obviously, kids have like sports pictures in their room, and some kids have, I don't know, girls or I had posters of cars in my room growing up. I was a big fan. I had Corvettes and Lamborghinis and all the cars. And I've always been a car guy. I've always been a car enthusiast. And then Ford came out with their new Mustang. You guys see the new Ford Mustang? Has anybody seen the new? It's a fully electric car. And as a car enthusiast, I see that, and it's 4 doors. It's a 4-door, and it's a hatchback. It looks like a Honda CR-V or a Toyota RAV4 or whatever. It's a family car, and they slapped that fucking Mustang logo on it. And I'm like, irate. This is an abomination. This is everything against everything I've grown up with. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. And I'm on the internet commenting on the Ford Mustang fucking pop-up. Like that, you can't slap a Ford Mustang label on a car and just call it a Mustang. That's bullshit. And as I'm typing, I realize, holy shit, this is what a transphobe feels like. Why am I so angry about this stupid shit? I don't ever want to be in one, but a lot of people do. It makes them happy. Who cares if it's a family car that identifies as a Mustang? It has nothing to do with me. This is how every transphobe is all the time, and it's very just not a happy thing to be. And I'm like, you know what? I'm so much happier now that I don't care. That's all. Thank you. I did see something online that says, it's a stupid article, but it was like, you make the same face when you die as you do when you have an orgasm. Same face. Not sure how they proved it. Hard to get those two people side by side. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, like, how would anybody know this at all? Of course, I've only ever seen the face of a dead body, so. Yeah. Reading on that there was a, apparently last week there was like this big ass wildfire going on. It was in Europe, so we don't care. But it was pretty bad. It was just outside of Athens, and it was like the biggest wildfire they've had in recorded history. And I'm reading, and it's like, and to make matters worse, apparently, they're expecting hurricane conditions coming up. And I'm thinking this, I'm reading this, and well, this is great. The hurricane will put out the fire. And apparently, no, that is not the case. Apparently, you are not supposed to put water on a grease fire. And that is my time, everybody. I'm John Henry. Thank you.
John Henry. Mr. John Henry.
Is this thing on? Try the veal.
This is my best friend. Look at me, just woke up. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you laughing at, mother?
He's adorable. I love him so much. Yeah, what's going on with that mic? I know it's my nose. I love you so much. Fuck all of you. I love you so much. All right. Shh, take it easy. Take it easy, Sierra. My dog, my choice. So stupid. So stupid. All right. So, hey, check it out. This is kind of special. This next cat is fucking seriously brilliant and, amazing and hardly ever does stand-up. And I ran into him recently. I said, you got to come back and do a spot, please. And he says, only if Waylon introduces me. I said, I can make that happen. Waylon was asleep. I gave him a little bump of doggy Coke. He's like, let's do this.
Let's do this. Where's the bitches?
Okay. So this is super special, and I'm super thrilled because this is amazing. And he doesn't do stand-up a lot, and when he does, I love this man. He's brilliant. Please put your hands together for Mr. Jason Williams.
Whew. Gosh, yeah, it has been a while since I've done this, so I'm already a little nervous. Now I got to follow Waylon. This is tough. But yeah, no. Before I get into it, it's just somebody outside said, it's fine. It's like riding a bike. Doing this is like riding a bike. I think it might be funnier if I actually tried to ride a bike up here. The last time I rode a bike, I somehow hit a curb, blew out both the tires, skinned up my arm, my knee, and I think I cracked a rib. But yeah, so this is gonna be like riding a bike. So let's get into it. Gosh, I probably should have had a few more drinks before I got up here, some liquid courage, but I'm a terrible drinker. I'm not good at drinking. Some people here might be good at drinking. My girlfriend is really good at drinking. Like, she has her own routines and all that. Like, she hits the point where she's had about 5 drinks. She goes to the kitchen. She makes 2 slices, thick wheat toast, evenly buttered on both sides, sliced diagonally. She eats that. Then she follows it right up with a double shot of Jameson, and then she's off to work, ready to start her day. I don't judge her because, she has a very high-stress job, and, that school bus isn't going to drive itself. Let's be honest. Gosh. You got to start your day off right. I've been struggling, or I had been struggling, I guess, lately. My year's off to a rough start. I wasn't feeling very happy, satisfied, and fulfilled. I blame my job. I was one of the worst performers at my job, and just that, that soul fulfillment that you're missing. And my friend, I was telling her this. My friend suggested to me, Jason, you should try working with the handicapped. And I'll be damned, she was right. Now I'm one of the best performers at my job. I say one of, because there's always that overperformer, overachiever. But man, I'm working circles around the rest of them. It's great. Yeah. 2024 is picking up for me, but this is it's a rough year. It's gonna be a big year. I mean, I hate to bring it up, but the whole abortion thing in Arizona is really big right now, and it's gonna keep being a big thing for the rest of the year. When the news first came out, with the thing here in Arizona, my mom confided in me. I was shocked. She confided in me and said that she wanted to abort my brother, but she couldn't because there was an antiquated law that is still in place today that prevents abortion after the 3rd decade. I'm on her side because my brother's a real piece of shit. I mean, he's in his late 30s. He's divorced. He's lost his job. He's in between jobs. You know how they are. Drunk all the time. Nobody likes to be around him. But yeah, I mean, he just turned 39. I don't think that's too late. I mean, we all know life begins at 40, so it counts. Yeah, we can have that. Yeah, he's one of those people that and everybody probably has a friend like this. He sends me these videos on Facebook with government conspiracies. It's like there's always like a guy in the video that superimposed himself. He has like way more beard than mustache, but there's like just enough mustache so he's not Abe Lincoln, like superimposed over the video and like pointing at things like, makes you think, right? Like, Peter Pan on Broadway was played by Sandy Duncan. Peter Pan's arch nemesis is Captain Hook. Sandy Duncan, Captain Hook, Sandy Hook, makes you think. Sandy Duncan only has one eye. What else only has one eye? The Illuminati pyramid. Sammy Davis Jr. only has one eye. Sammy Davis, Sandy Duncan, SD. What false flag operation is the government planning in South Dakota? Only the all-seeing glass eye of Sandy Duncan knows for sure. Sammy Davis Jr. was a Satanist. That's true, actually. You can look that up. There's your homework when you go home. Sammy Davis Jr. worshipped Satan. Fun fact, nothing bad. I actually dated a girl who worshipped Satan, and it wasn't terrible. I had to make a lot of sacrifices, but it was fine. My dad is not a whole lot better than my brother, I gotta admit. He's a boomer. He's of that age, and he's really settling into it. And you can tell with some of the things that he says, with his language and his word choices. I mean, he will really land the hard R, if you know what I'm saying. And I correct him. I correct him right away. I say, Dad, the word is wash. You don't wash your car. You don't need a new dishwasher. You didn't storm the Capitol building at Washington, D.C. I feel bad for him, though. He is kind of going through some stuff. My grandma died. His mom died recently. And none of us really got a lot in the will, just a little bit of here and there. And then my dad said, hey, your uncle said that he'd let us have some of her jewelry. The only condition is we've got to help him rebury her. So, yeah, it's been tough. We try to have fun, though. My dad and I, we dressed up my grandpa for Halloween, and we put him out on the porch to scare the kids. They come up for trick-or-treating, and I mean, the costume was okay, but he's been dead for like 8 years, so that really helped. Sorry, I went a little dark here. Gosh. I can't, it's really hard to think. I'm just going back to my brother here, like his divorce and everything he's going through. I can't imagine being his age and being single. Like it's so tough, and I kind of feel for him. Like I got myself in a sticky situation, you know, when I met a girl and I proposed and wait, no. Propositioned. That was the word that the cop said. Propositioned. You know, and it's legal. If you go to Las Vegas, it's legal. Like, what's the big deal? I read an article that you know this woman made $1.5 million in a year by being a prostitute. And I mean, geez, whose dick do you gotta suck to get that job? That's, oh gosh. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I want to do something important though, and just let you all know. You know, it's hot. It's gotten hot outside, right? Summertime, pool season, and you know, you always hear, watch your children around water, watch kids around pools. It's fine, and you know, I got this friend, Dan, brings his kid over because he wants to use my pool. Like, all right, that's fine. You can use the pool. And then he comes in, he's like, hey, I got to run over to the store real quick. You mind watching my kid? And I don't know if I've established this in my routine yet, but I do not like children. And so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch him. I go out there to the pool. Dan's gone forever. Watch this kid, and it's the most boring thing I've ever experienced in my life. The whole time, this kid, all he does is just stay at the bottom. So, okay, that's my time, guys. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Williams. That right there, that was like seeing a unicorn, folks. That's like seeing Bigfoot. You only see it once in a while like that. Jason Williams, one more time. Make some noise, that man there. Fucking brilliant. I still remember a set he did where he did a joke where it was about taint. It was a fucking Samuel. We'll talk about it anyway. You know what I'm talking about, right? The taint and the fucking tennis. Anyway, hey, fucking guy's brilliant. All right, we're down to our last two comics. This next young hot shit has come to a couple shows and then said, hey, how do I get on? And I said, well, just like this. We'll put you on in a couple weeks. He goes, really? I go, yeah. I said, give us your best 3 to 5 minutes. Lock it down. Get your shit together. And he goes, all right. And he invited a bunch of his friends, so I hope this doesn't go bad. You're going to be fine, kid. Looks like we just ran out of time. We're going to have to pick this up next week. Yeah, I mean, I took a shit in that bathroom for this. I pulled a curtain. It's his first time ever doing stand-up, and he's such a nice kid. Him and his girlfriend, they've been here quite a few times watching shows. But he brought in some of his gang, his backup, his family, his peoples, and it's his first time. So please be kind to him and you know, enjoy what he does. If he's horrible, just don't throw anything at him. It's his first time. If you want to smack him later, go ahead. It's just don't do it in the building, please. I'm kidding. You're gonna be fine. This is gonna be amazing. It's always fun to see someone do their first set. And it's at this point I feel like I need to do 15 to 20 minutes of really bad dick jokes. You know, my wife gets mad because I pee in the shower. I didn't know she was in there. Okay, listen. I'm just being a moron. All right, but seriously, so it's his first time, and I'm glad you're all going to get to witness this, and I'm glad that you have some friends here for you. You ready, son? You feeling it? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to use his government name, but he goes, we're going to introduce him tonight, and he goes by the young prospect, Mr. Nathaniel. Have fun, son.
All right. No pressure, right? All right. Well, my name is Nathaniel, right? That's a really white name. I don't know if anybody can see, but I call these shoes the damn Nathaniel Vans. If anybody remembers that little thing back when. Yeah. So you know. But anyway, for a long time, I wanted to change my name. I was gonna change it to Nada. That was gonna stand for the amount of fucks that I give, not a lot. But, you know, for right now, I'm going to stick to what I got, you know. So I'm 50% black. I was raised by my mama. She is the other 50%, the Mexican and Caucasian side of me. And so that makes me a mutt. And so I was the type of kid who always made the racist jokes at school and at church. I never really learned a lot. You know what I mean? Maybe because I'm a Baltimore nigga at heart. That's where I'm from. Got to represent. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. All them. Anyway, let's go to Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But so anyway, so a couple months back in Baltimore, there was a 50-year-old dude, right? He got caught. He was gangbanging. He had a bag full of drugs and a gun. And I was reading this. I was like, my man's retired. You know what I mean? Anyways, there was also the Francis Scott Key Bridge recently. I don't know if anybody heard, but it got completely, torn down, collapsed. And my theory is the driver was drunk. And he was trying to get near miss points. He fucked up. Simple. But don't worry. When I leave the heat, I'm going to bring the heat. So the fact is, I can't wait to go back. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm not worried. Anyways, who else is taller than their parents? Yeah? All right. Well, my mama was the first person to ever eat ass. Anyways, it's all good, it's all good. Because, all of my siblings were all taller than my mom. But my older sister, she's the oldest, right? She's the shortest one. But my younger brother is the tallest one. And it's all good because I can beat his ass. So as long as I respect women and that stays the case, the power dynamic stays intact. And so yeah, recently I actually started teaching him how to drive. He's certainly become a certified cone killer. But he's learning quick, and I'm actually proud of him. He's getting a head start. I actually was a nerdy kid in high school, and I didn't learn how to drive or, talk to girls until afterward. And so, that's good. He's not going to be a late bloomer, But, yeah, I was the nerdy football type. In fact, that's why I keep using my notes. But, yeah, no, honestly, I was the type to try to explain football when the girl was trying to go underneath the bleachers. You feel me? It just is what it is. And as a matter of fact, she's with me here tonight. Yeah, truth be told. And this is one thing. I don't understand why a lot of other comedians come up here and they're like, oh, man, how do we get our girls to come? I don't get it. I mean, just... let's just say I get a little upset if she comes 8 times because that's not a multiple of 3. I have OCD. It's just what it is. And she actually caught it from the very beginning, but I didn't believe her. And one day when we moved in together, I took 20 minutes to fix this teddy bear. I was like, okay, it looks right. And then I was like, yeah, I got OCD. 20 minutes later, Anyway, I was going to make a joke about her nipples and like when she went to get them pierced and whatnot, but she's pregnant now. So we don't joke about that stuff no more. I'm going to be a big boy, you know what I mean? Gotta not joke about that kind of stuff. But let's just say I almost passed out when that happened. And the fact is, I'm actually worried for when we go through the process next time, right? She's telling me that they might have to do a C-section. So they're going to put her intestines and guts all on a table, next to her. And I'm going to be right there holding her hand. But if the doctor looks at me and he's like, why are the guts rearranged? Then I might lose it, I'm just going to say, we have good times. But what was not always a good time is that I used to work at a homeless shelter downtown called HSC, security guard. But I'm going to save those stories for another day. Just know they suck. Anyways, it's all good. Anyway, after that, you know, I was working 64 hours a week. I thought I had figured it out. And like a month later, I was trying to study comedy so that I can do this instead. But anyways, I ended up getting fired anyways and, you know, quit the security job because, like I said, fuck them. And, you know, that's it. Anyways, last joke. All right. After everything that I had to say, what is big, black, hard, and full of semen? A submarine.
Let's hear for that nice young man there, Mr. Nathaniel, right there, the young prospect. All right, now that you got that out of the way, we'll just have you back in a couple months in a row. You'll figure it out. You'll look at your notes, and you'll be better, right? Yeah, not that was bad. That was good. But then, you know what I'm saying, now you won't need your notes. Now you'll feel better. But right on. We'll get you back next month. We'll do it again. We'll get you up to speed. We won't charge you anything. We'll be nice. We won't abuse you. Was that fun? You feel better now? How'd that feel? And you're pregnant? Oh, that's so sweet. You're gonna have a little baby. You got a little baby. Another little. You're mixing more mixins. You guys are like a fucking Dairy Queen. Let's get some more vanilla in this. Mix it all up. It's so cute. All right. Fucking love it. All right. One more time. Let's hear for that hot shit. And his lovely, lovely lady who's pregnant, and his mom, which I'm really sorry I said that. I was just being a wise ass. I just felt a kinship to you. That's all. I hope you don't call my mom and get me in trouble, because Mom, if you're watching, I didn't say that. All right, we're down to our last comedian of the evening. This hot shit started here. A friend of a friend. No, my friend I worked with for a minute. She no longer works here, but. She's like, hey, my friend wants to stand up. I said, oh, I should have her come by the show. So she started here, too, this next hot shit. A couple people did. Yeah. So, but we've been having her back every month, and she's just fucking crazy, funny, and awesome, and appreciated by everybody. So please, put your hands together for your final comedian of the evening, Miss Shannon Brink. It's time to get Brinky. I said time to get Brinky.
What's up, sluts? Woo! Yeah, when I got pregnant, I also started stand-up comedy. I mean, I got an abortion, but whatever. Jokes. I'm in a good mood. How's everybody feeling? You feeling hot and sexy? Show you're sexy. My grandfather's 90th birthday just happened. It was lit. It was off the chain. Did I black out a little? I don't know. It was lit. But, you know, my grandparents are older, and as you get older, stuff starts going. Your memory, your bowels. What I do have to say, one, this might be the shittiest grand finale you've ever seen, right? Okay. Yeah, landed way better in my head, you know? Okay, but, so, you know, your bowels go, and if I start shitting my pants and then hiding the evidence consistently, right? Like, if I'm doing that, that's normal now. But, like, consistently, pull the plug. Pull that plug. Pull it. And, like, I mean, a lot of people poop their pants. Babies, elderly, frat guys after a 30 rack, right? And, I mean, why is it that I'm now banned from multiple TJ Maxxes because I did it? It's like... And I swear, they say that Vegas pumps oxygen into the casinos, and I swear they pump laxatives into any discounted clothing store at great prices. Ross, I'm looking at you. It's like Maxinista with the runs. Costco doesn't do that to me, though. Costco doesn't do that. Probably because for some reason you go there and spend $400. Like, on what? What was I buying? And my butthole's like in my stomach. There ain't nothing coming out. There ain't nothing. Until I get that hot dog, you know what I'm saying? Who here likes hot dogs? Yeah. Yeah, I love wieners. My favorite thing to do is I like to go to like music festivals, sporting events, children carnivals. That one's a little more weird, but I like to scream, I like a wiener in my Raises quite the stir. Like, what is she talking about? Not you, sir. That hot dog. Get out of my fucking way, freak. Get out of my face. But speaking of bulk, and I was going to do that right after the Costco thing. I got distracted. But bulk, Taylor Swift's 1,000-song album. Am I right? Any Swifties in the crowd? Yeah. Shit, I was going to go, yeah. No, I'm kidding. She's cool. She's a vibe. She's a vibe. But all the Swifties are going to be like, they always say this, like, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. And it's like, I get it. And I also get the runs. And sometimes it's not a good thing to get it. Okay? They're like, she's a lyricist of our generation. And like, meanwhile, we're having like one of the coolest rap beefs as of late. Like, come on, right? Nobody? Okay. Cool. I really did like that her and Travis were at Coachella. No? Okay. Yeah, Coachella seems rich. It seems like rich. Even the tents, it's like the Yuma, the Sahara. Yeah, and you guys are all like, oh, that's just not my vibe. Okay. This year, they had this, like, I didn't go, but they had this, like, flowery, feathery, ribbony, like, light thing moving. There was, like, hundreds. It was super cool. You got to go look up a video. And if your vibe isn't taking acid and sitting under one of those, check your vibe. Check your fucking vibe, dude. Check your fucking vibe. Okay? That sounds sick. Sick. I go to Bonnaroo. Has anyone ever heard of it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Bonnaroo is like similar size as Coachella, but now imagine all of those people are just covered in dirt. Like they're covered in dirt. And you can go in the woods of these places and you can get massages from crackheads. They'll have face tattoos. His name was Tie-Dye. He was super nice. And the only rule, if you're like, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. The only rule is like, don't look him in the eyes, okay? No, trust me. Don't fucking look him in the eyes. But the foot rubs are really good. The foot rubs are real nice. So I would definitely suggest that if you're thinking about getting down out of town. And maybe do some psychedelics if you're doing that. And don't look them in the eyes. So what is everybody's, like, if you're comfortable saying it, what's everybody's, like, favorite word for a penis? Anybody got any faves? Cock, dick, pee-pee. Pee-pee is my favorite, okay? Pee-pee. And do a raise of hands. Do we have any micro penises in the room? I almost got you. I almost fucking got you. And I got you too. I almost got you. You were like, ooh, if somebody else does it, I'll say I do. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun. So I've experienced life. So I've seen a couple of micro penises. And if you're in the crowd and you're like, I have one. Yeah. Okay, cool. My sister has an Instagram page for you. It's MicroPP Anonymous. Micropenis was taken. Micropenis Anonymous 1 was taken. So there's a lot of groups out there for you and your needs. And women, if you're like, I've always dreamt of seeing one of those. I got a couple of names. Call me. Okay? If any of you didn't guess by just my overall vibe, I'm in sales, right? And I'm in tech sales more specifically. And the reason that I'm in tech sales is because men over 40, they love me. Palm of my hand. And wives, if you're like, I have morals and also like a sales quota that I have to meet. And I love women over 40 too, right? Like those are the originators of ass eating, so you have to like get in with them. I hope, are you 30? I don't know. Okay, this is awkward, but any women or men out there, I hope you like me, and I've actually never eaten butt in my whole life, so it was like emotional for me over there, just like thinking about like what everybody else gets to do, and I like still don't get to do it, and I don't get invited to the party. So if anybody wants to eat my butt, call fucking me now, please. I'm gonna leave it with my last story. I don't let you guys all go. I do want to shout out all the other comics. Can we give another round of applause for them? Yeah, great show. Thank you guys. You've been a great audience. Thank you, Bridget. And so I've been talking about psychedelics a little bit, and my 3 rules on psychedelics. Always be with people that are safe. You can always take more. You can never take less. And wear underwear. Okay, and that last one is really important. The reason I say that is one of the first times I ever did acid, I was dancing at my friend's house, and I was wearing a little mini dress because I didn't really know there was dress codes to this stuff. And my mini dress was coming up. I was dancing. I was shaking that. I was dropping it, right? You know what I'm talking about. And sorry. Really out into that. But one of her friends, her small little miniature person roommate, comes up to me. That's what it was in my head, at least. It was so small. He comes up and he's like, Shannon, you have the tightest, smallest, littlest pussy lips I've ever seen in my whole life. Can you repeat that to everyone at this party and who you know? Is there a YouTube channel, World's Tightest, right? Because I can bundle mine up and tie it up. But I was like, wow, this is awesome. But still, that puts you in a loop, and then you develop a God complex. So wear underwear, okay? I love you all. Thanks for coming. I'm sure Sean will get back up here. Yeah. Daddy boo, that dee, that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Brink. Let's hear for that hot shit right there. Yeah. All right, I think tonight was a success. Overall take on tonight was it worked out. We're all happy. It worked. It's a success. We're thrilled. We're number 1. Go us. More importantly, please get home safe. Thank you so much for coming. It really was wonderful. I hope you